It's just another day. Just another day. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning from Bev.
And morning from Steve.
And it's just another day.
Just another day. Yeah, it's just another frosty day.
Just another day. How's your eye today?
It's doing okay. I had a comfortable night's sleep last night. It were a bit gunky this morning, so I cleaned that.
You snoring last night.
Were I?
Yeah.
Well, I must have slept well then.
You did sleep well, I didn't. But go on.
Yeah, so I cleaned it and put my drops in, but it's very, very light sensitive, which I didn't find that with the last one. When I put the bedroom light on, it felt like it just a aching. Anyway, I've took some painkillers, which just took the edge off it. It's still very sensitive if I go where the sun's shining, it aches.
Won't have a problem in Britain then.
No, but it's sunny this morning, isn't it? And when I went outside, it does hurt.
Sunny again today.
And it hurts with the electric light as well, but that's to be expected, they said. So, and it's a bit bloodshot. The other eye felt more comfortable than this one does, but all this is normal. And I can see bob on.
So you got one comfortable eye.
One comfortable eye, but two eyes that can see. I can see all the muck in the house now.
That's good.
I knew there were coffee splashes on one of the walls where I make the coffee and it gets splashed. So I always paint that, but I've seen it on another wall now, so I'm going to get my paintbrush out after.
And get your duster out. You haven't to bend down yet, anyhow.
No, but I can paint. I can paint that wall.
Okay.
It's only, yeah, but it just keeps it tidy, doesn't it?
You crack on.
I know, because you won't. TL.
Hey, there's news. Got a phone call, yeah. Just before Christmas, we've had a bad year last year, one thing and another.
We had 12 weeks of bad luck, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Literally 12 weeks.
I set house on fire. I'll show you that later.
And I broke the oven.
Sprocket.
Cracked the hob.
Sprocket stood on the hob and broke that.
Well, I didn't mean to stand on it. I stood on the edge and I've smashed the glass on the hob, so that one's replacing at some point.
But the news is the insurance is going to pay out. They're going to pay for the damage. And
we were in accident, so they should pay, shouldn't they? I mean,
we're
insured for accident. We're insured for accidents. It were an accident.
Hey.
What?
It went inside. It were outside. And it's set up garage door on fire. And all rank oak wood on garage integral.
Well, we set the bin on fire, didn't we, accidentally?
Yeah. But anyhow, that's another video because I'm going to show you it.
Yeah, we'll show you that after when
we've... also, not last year, year before, I think, 3 tomcats came knocking at the door.
Yeah, time goes by, doesn't it?
We had a flood.
It was 2 years ago, that.
2 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, 2 years ago, just as it was Christmas, it was the week of Christmas.
Yeah. I was wondering why I brought the flood up then, but I've just remembered. Yeah, we had a flood. I was just eating my tea and all the electric went out. And Bev said, "Can you hear that noise?" I said, "No, what noise?" I couldn't hear it because I've got hearing aids now. That's another story. I'll tell you that when I tell you about my hand. Anyhow. Can you hear that noise? I said no.
No, I could hear the noise first before the electric went out. I could hear a noise. So Steve was just having his tea. You've been working, you've been doing something, haven't you?
But water had been off for about 4 or 5 days, hasn't it?
Water had been off?
Yeah, it was freezing, hadn't it? We couldn't turn the tap on because I left taps open in the bathroom in case...
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
it defrosted.
That's right. You left the shower thing on, didn't you?
Well, it did defrost and it split the pipe. And it...
In the loft?
Yeah.
Oh, my word, what a mess.
Yeah, there was just me and Sprocket. And I'd overfilled it with lagging.
Well, what happened you were having your tea and I said, "Can you hear that noise?" And Steve carried on eating his tea. I went upstairs. I said, I wonder if showers started running. Just as I went upstairs, all the electric went out and it was the week of Christmas.
Oh, it were, yeah.
And everybody were coming for Christmas dinner. All children were coming, grandchildren, my mother and all that, like normal. And the electric went out, and then so obviously with no lights, everything were pitch black. So Steve managed to find a torch, went up in the loft.
Well, I didn't. Went up into the bedroom and
Oh yeah, we're all coming through that's the noise we could hear. We're dripping
we weren't
onto
dripping.
the bed. Well, they were pouring onto
We're
the bed
running.
and onto the carpet, and
Yeah.
that was the noise I could hear.
Yeah.
So must have been running for quite a while because it were absolutely
I
saturated.
threw a bucket under.
Oh, we were running around like headless chickens
Yeah.
to start with, weren't we? We didn't know what to do.
And I went up in the loft and I started slinging lagging out.
Yeah, but it was pitch black at this time.
Yeah, no, I turned water off. I stopped.
Yeah.
But the thing were, all the water carried on running till all the system were emptied.
Yeah, until pipes had defrosted.
So I started slinging lagging down the loft, and Bev were catching the lagging and slinging it outside. In fact, I still need to lag the loft. I need about two. I think 2 rolls would do it.
All in the dark. Steve had a head torch. You managed to find a head torch, didn't you?
I cut all my head open, didn't
I? Yeah.
Cut my head open.
We have got footage of that, but
It's on Bev's phone, and I can't get it. I'm struggling getting stuff off the phones onto the computer, but I'm struggling. I'm struggling to press a button to buy the Apple
buy a bloody
Mac.
yeah. Don't look at the price. Just press the button.
They're very expensive. I'm just struggling to. I will do it. I'm on with it. I'll probably research it again today.
So we'll probably end up doing a little clip on this again, so we can put the footage.
Yeah. So I research before I research.
And then he talks himself out of it.
Yeah. So if we did, I'll probably stick a little foot, a little bit of the off the iPhone onto that.
Yeah,
so the reason why I'm telling you about the flood was this morning when Sprocket got up, she said, I'm sure there's something wrong with water. I said, water?
yeah. Well, I went for a shower.
She said, it's making a funny noise. Well, I came downstairs to get the fire going. Obviously been keeping it going because of the cold weather. So I get fire going, fire's roaring. Sprocket came downstairs, said, there's something sound right that water. So I went, what do you mean?
Well, I turned it off because there was no hot water coming through. It was just cold, and I thought, it doesn't sound right that. So I turned it off and come downstairs.
So I got fire going. I went upstairs and got the hot water running, not a bother. All's running well. So I came back today, we had a brew, didn't we? And I went for a shower. Watched a bit of YouTube. Went for a shower and turned the hot on, not a bother, plenty of hot water. You're getting hotter and hotter and hotter. I was turning pink like a shrimp.
A shrimp? like a beached whale. Well, you might have been a shrimp. Little pink shrimp.
No, I have no problem in that department.
Little pink shrimp.
No, I have no problem in that department, as you well know. You won't like it on your forehead. Anyhow, I turned the shower thing to get some cold, and there were no cold, there was just this strange noise. I thought, oh God, we've got another freeze. I thought, if this bloody thing busts again, here we go again.
This house is freezing, isn't it?
Because we paid a fortune out, didn't we? We could have gone through insurance.
We didn't go through insurance because we thought, well, we knew we needed a new roof that had to all come down, ceiling in the bedroom.
Yeah, we didn't think we'd cost all that much. Oh, well, I were up there, slinging the lagging out. I put my foot through the ceiling, which made it a bit worse. So, one of my legs were hanging out. So anyhow, so that's what I'm getting at. Again, this morning, the water was almost froze, but I heard it gurgling, and then also it went bang and it came through. So we almost had another freeze. And I've really lagged the pipes in the loft, but we have about 2, we pipe lagging obviously, not we loft lagging, but we need about 2, even though it'll make it colder up in the loft, it won't make it any better, it'll make it probably worse if I lag it.
Why?
Because it's stopping the hot air going up, or we'll have in the loft then is a cold air coming down.
Oh right, and then the pipes on top of the lagging?
The pipes are above the lagging, but what I might do, I might wrap loft lagging around the pipes. I don't know yet.
Why we had when Steve went up into the loft, obviously once we got all electric sorted the day after or whatever it were, because all the pipes were well lagged. When we had the boiler changed,
they
lagged the loft and the pipes in loft, and Steve said, "Oh, that lagging's absolutely fantastic in that loft. We'll not have a bother." So we were really pleased with it. Anyway,
I went to plumbers with some of the lagging to show him what lagging I wanted to replace it.
That's right. We need,
And the pipes are 15 mil, and the lagging were 22 mil. He said, "That's your problem." I said, "What do you mean? That's my problem?" He said, "You've got 22 mil on 15 mil pipe." He said, "And what's happening is you've got condensation on your pipe. the 22 mil laggings left a gap all the way around
Yeah,
it.
so it might as well not be
So
lag.
what's happened is that the condensation's froze inside the pipe. The lagging hasn't stopped because it's
On
too
the
big.
outside of the pipe.
Yeah, the lagging. Yeah, the
Yeah.
pipe.
Yeah. The cold
The
water
grey pipe. You know, the
Yeah.
grey thing you show on a pipe. Because it was too big, it wasn't protecting the 15 mil pipe, so we had the burst. Anyhow,
So you changed all that.
I've put it on
yeah,
to 22
changed all
mil
that.
now and tied it round with cable ties all over.
The
There ain't
15 mil,
Yeah,
15
15
mil.
mil. There ain't anywhere showing, so I thought that would have been all right. But anyhow, I might wrap some lagging round. So that's the point I was getting at. The pipes almost froze again. This morning we nearly had another catastrophe. So the good news is, yeah, the insurance have paid out, and the people who's doing the work, they've rung this morning.
For the garage.
For the garage door.
Because we didn't claim for the bedroom, did we? Because that were
we
a bit
didn't-
like
well, we didn't think it would be that much.
well,
did
no,
we?
we knew it were a ceiling, and we got somebody in, didn't we? And you,
Then we had to
you
get a
helped him, you laboured, so that were a few £100, and then,
Then
we had to get a bed. Didn't realise how much new beds were. So
Then all the bedding.
yeah, if I'd have
And then the
realised
painting.
carpet, well, we didn't replace the carpet,
No,
we
it's
dried the
carpet
carpet
alright,
out,
yeah,
didn't we?
carpet
But it
alright.
could have done with replacing it. And my wardrobes, they all, because they're only cheap wardrobes, so they split.
Cheap.
Well, they were on, yeah, but they're not solid wood. They're only bloody chipboard. They're
quite
only
cheap.
they're only fashion
Not made 'em,
wardrobes. I know, but what I'm trying to say is,
I haven't got the money
they
to-
all could have done with replacing, and had we claimed on the insurance, we probably would. What?
Sprocket thinks I've got a money tree in garden. I just go out and pull it.
Well, you can bloody spend it on yourself.
Well.
But
Anyhow.
anyway, that's by the bar. So we
Yeah.
didn't claim, but obviously when we had this little fire, which we had to claim.
It's not such a little fire
No.
when I take it outside and
we had
show
to
you.
claim on insurance because it's
It's
going to be a
lifted-
few £1,000,
It's lifted up tarmac.
which is new.
And
we
I-
have just
yeah.
had a new tarmac drive.
Yeah, to get a new bin.
Well, the bin were just a pile with two wheels.
Yeah,
two
well, they're
wheels.
still there because I got.
Yeah, it's all stuck into
I tried to clean the rubbish up off the floor to put in, you know, to make it tidy. It's all melted
together.
You can't shovel it. You can't do anything. There was just an iron bar which sprocket got shut off, which was the spindle of the two wheels on the wheelie bin, and everything else is melted,
Yeah,
hasn't it?
just two wheels and a big pile of.
Said it burnt round the door frame. And when luckily somebody rung the fire brigade. However, I'd put the fire out just as the fire brigade come round the corner. And that was another thing, I remember it. I threw water on and had this big surge of fire all over me. I remember being stood there covered in fire. But I thought, I haven't burnt anything. There was nothing burnt.
But you went for hose pipe, didn't you?
Yeah, and that
went
was froze.
for hose pipe, and that were all frozen.
Yeah.
So he came in here, but the guy who were walking past with the
Oh,
dog
slung in water.
rung the fire brigade. Didn't realise that probably there were anybody in.
Oh, and legged it, and there was nobody there.
anyway,
Anyhow, I threw the water on, and this big fireball came up, and I was engulfed in fire, and I thought, that's strange, I'm not even burning. None of my hair was singed or anything. I thought, well, I've never had that before. And I thought maybe I imagined it, but later on when I felt my fleece, all
Your
fleece
fleece were all
had burnt,
melted.
hadn't it?
Yeah, all crispy.
All crispy down my front. So yeah.
So we had that.
So the good news is we're going to get it replaced, and I've rung the people who's replacing the door. They've rung today, and I've asked if I can upgrade it into a electric door. What are you tapping me for?
Well, I don't, well, should we be discussing it until we get it all sorted?
Well, it don't matter. I haven't discussed it with
Insurance people.
insurance people. So that's where we are with that, and I will show. That's another day's. I'll show you out there, and that's another day's.
It's a right mess.
Video.
It's a right mess, but we've just
a
left
mess.
it because it's so cold and
Yeah, we were talking the neighbourhood. They're all coming down wondering
Yeah, what's
if somebody
going on.
tried to petrol bomb my
Yeah,
car.
yeah,
Petrol
had
bomb
the-
my car.
Yeah. I mean, why would we be petrol bombed? I don't know.
Perhaps
But,
I'm not such a person. I don't know.
I mean, and we live in it's a nice estate where we live.
Yeah.
We don't touch wood have any problems, do we? But everybody were like, "Whoa, what's going on?" But anyway, it could have been a lot worse.
Could have been a lot worse.
If 2 minutes longer.
Oh yeah,
it
that's
would
what
have-
I was saying. Fire brigade turned up, and I'd put fire out. But he said, "What we normally do, mate," he said, you normally take your door off and rip all the wood off the edge, so we can have a look in the cavity and spray some water in your cavity. He said, well, mindful, you need to be secure. I said, I need to be secure. A couple of bikes in garage.
And we were going away on.
And
We were going away on the Saturday. This were about
Yeah,
Tuesday.
this was-
Oh, Wednesday, because I'd gone to my mum's cleaning.
Yeah.
Wednesday morning.
How is your mother?
She's not
Speaking
too
of
good.
which, she's not too good. Have you made an
No.
appointment with the doctor?
Yeah, I told them that next Friday, but she's
I've offered
not
to
very
pay.
well.
I've offered to pay for a private doctor for her.
You haven't?
I have.
Wow.
Today I rung him up today. A mate of mine, he sent his mother-in-law there. He's never been as happy. The doctor's named Mr. Shipman.
Oh, give over. Stop it, you naughty boy.
So, going back to what we were saying, door. Yeah, so they were going to rip the door off. It's in off and squirt water in the. Anyhow, they had this machine that took
Eat readings.
readings, heat readings round
They
the.
stayed for about an hour,
yeah.
didn't they? And just to make
Well,
sure nothing started
give
up
us
again.
They give us a safety talk,
Yeah,
don't
we had
they?
to sit down like two old people asking us.
But we are, aren't we?
Well, we are, but they, you know,
It was crazy. And when they were going, he said, can I just give you a bit of lumber? I said, yeah. He said, get yourself a metal bin and put the ashes in the metal bin. I went, so you're taking the piss? And he started laughing, didn't he?
yeah.
But what had happened were, we had the tray that goes
That's
in the
what
fire.
we do. You do usually put it in a metal tin, don't you?
It is in the metal tin.
Yeah.
And I take the metal tin out
That's
the
a tray,
fire,
that's the tray.
and I put it on the floor outside. I went outside, I put my hand in it, it was cold, and then I put it in the bin, and then it set off after that. But anyhow, by the by.
Yeah, it must have been like bits of, well, there were bin bagging, weren't
Yeah.
there? Bits of plasticky, bits of papery stuff.
So that was that. So we've talked about that.
yeah.
We've talked about the almost freezing this morning. Freezing the pipes, that is. So, have we anything else you want to talk about?
No, I just wanted to give an update on my eye.
An update on your eye.
You've done that,
You've
haven't I?
done that.
So
However, she made the Accrington news.
Why?
Because I can't right with that fast. When they took it out, it leapt off table. And it's legging it round Accrington at minute. Nobody can catch
What was
it.
a fly?
Anyhow, that's that.
Yeah. So anyway, yes, everything's going in the right direction, and I'm happy as Larry.
Yeah.
Only thing is, I can see everything better. I could see it before. Surprising, you know, how bad your eyes go as you get older. You don't see, you know, like when you go to your grandma's and you think, oh, it's dirty in here, and the grandma can't see it. And honestly, when I had my other one done, the dust that I could see in places that you think, oh, it were bad. It were bad.
Rocket's a clean freak.
I'm not a
Yeah,
clean
yeah.
freak. You just like your house nice and tidy, don't you? But it would, like I say, them splashes over there, you can't see them, but when you get close, there's a heck of a lot more than you think.
Yeah.
So I'll just titivate that.
So with
half an hour.
electrician coming at weekend.
Oh yeah, we're having problems with electrics, aren't we?
Yeah, it keeps.
We can't put things on together. It
No,
blows.
you can't plug the vacuum in because we've got like two circuits, and one keeps blowing and it keeps blowing the other circuit. So we've got a problem on one circuit somewhere.
I can plug vacuum in certain plug holes, but not in
because
others.
it's on the other circuit.
Yeah, yeah.
If you put it on the circuit
Yeah,
that
it
keeps
blows.
blowing, it blows.
Yeah,
But
it
I've
blows
turned
everything.
every switch off at the consumer unit on that circuit, and turned them on one at a time, and then plugged the vacuum in, and it still blows. So it's not giving any indication whereabouts.
Which socket it is.
The problem is, anyhow, the electrician will sort it out. He's coming Sunday at 9 o'clock. So with the garage door chappie coming over at weekend, we don't know when he's just going to turn up. Said they don't need to get inside. They can measure it from outside, and we've got the
I know,
electrician
but we need to
turning.
talk to him, don't we? We don't.
No, they're doing it now. I sent them an email. They're on with it.
I know,
Everything's...
but how do they know what you want? How do they know what colour you want?
Well-
What will they do? Just measure up and then give us a...
Yeah, and then then you decide what colour you want after that. You won't get it done like next week.
No.
It'll be as and when, I suppose. And the tarmac, we don't want it putting down in freezing cold either. We want it putting down in, right, you know. bit
And that's
better
another
weather.
thing, because I don't want it... I really didn't want it patching up, but they've said they will only pay for that
Yeah.
bit. So, we're not bothered if they'll do a different thing. We're on about having a bit of a fancy area put in, aren't we?
Yeah.
Obviously, we'll have to pay some too if they will put what it would cost to tarmac that up. I don't know. We need to speak to him, don't we?
Yeah, we're on with it.
But I don't want a patch on my drive. We've just had the...
We might have to have a patch.
I know we might, but we've just had the drive done.
You had a patch on your eye yesterday. That didn't bother you.
No, but it's gone today. That patch on tarmac will be there forevermore.
Maybe it
And,
will.
and didn't want a patch before. That's why we had it all nicely done. Anyway.
Well, it'll be what it'll be. It's better than it'll be better than what it is at minute.
Yeah, but
that's
it won't
for
be as
sure.
good as what it was.
No, but it'll be better than what it is. And we'll have a new garage door, a new frame, all painted.
Yeah, but there was nothing wrong with it, was there?
No.
There was nothing wrong with the garage door.
It's melted, you know, end of your tiles. You know, when it goes in apex like that, and you get tiles. Where's my hand?
Your
Going
ends.
up, man, yeah. You know what I mean?
The plastic ends that
Yeah, they go
along
like
the
that.
ridge,
They go to the
on
top.
tile.
They're on the edge of the tile. It melted them on this side. This side's all right. I said, well, it only needs to replace 6. He said, well, no, you want them right colour. So they're replacing all 12, even though there's only 6 melted. That half of the apex. And they have a security camera right there and all that's all black. He said, you'll never get that clean. So they're going to...
Lamps. Wall lamps.
He never mentioned, yeah, he
He
mentioned
did.
more.
He said if they can't clean them
Yeah.
up, they'll replace them.
But we're having a new camera as well, so I'll keep that camera as a spare when I get it. So that's as much as we've got to report today. I will stick another clip in of the holiday end of this. It'll only be 30 seconds or something like that, just to, you know, just for like a bit of summer sun.
The last on the last video where they were all singing in the bar, the Rum Runners.
The Rum Runners,
It's a quite an iconic bar. It's sort of like everybody who goes there goes in that bar.
We didn't go in.
We didn't go in because it was packed, but they were having such a good time, weren't they? They were singing about Leeds.
Yeah, the song they were singing were Leeds.
A Leeds football
Leeds
chant.
United football chant. That's the song where you could hear.
Yeah.
They're all singing Leeds.
They were brilliant.
And
really good.
the captain and some of the staff had to go off the ship, had to go and get them.
Looking,
They had to go and route them out at bar before we could sail.
The lads that were singing weren't off the cruise. It were there were people missing off the cruise, and they went out and they were actually in the Rum Runners.
And they had to go and get them out there.
Sozzled.
Well, we didn't know anything about that. We weren't delayed or anything. Were we, as
No,
such?
they went
Well,
looking.
We weren't aware of a delay.
They went looking for them. But if they hadn't have been in there, they would have sailed without them.
But but the Saturday we got on, there were 3 girls escorted off, and what had happened were they were all in the cabin together, and 2 of the girls had fell out with one of the girls, and they had a big argument, and she wouldn't do what they wanted to do, and they wouldn't do what she wanted to do. So they waited till she went out. They packed all the suitcases and everything she owned in that room, and threw it overboard, threw everything overboard when they were sailing.
So they got slung off in
they
Antigua.
They all got slung off in Antigua, and probably had to pay for a flight home from there.
Oh God,
didn't they?
yeah, they'll have had to do, yeah.
So they could no longer continue their journey.
Yeah.
They weren't welcome on the boat. So let that be a lesson to you. And remember, keep your pipes warm in this weather.
Yeah, but it's.
I don't understand it. I can't understand
I mean, our
it.
house is very cold. The living room's warm with.
And this back room's warm.
This back room's warm when the sun's shining.
sun's out,
It's really warm when the sun's shining, but obviously when it drops cold at night, the front of the house, which is where the pipes burst, it is cold in there.
Yeah.
That half, it's like a different house to the back of the house, but we're used to it, aren't we? But we've never had frozen pipes before. And we've been here 20 odd years, and like I say, that were nearly again.
So that's today's update. It's just another day, and it's...
Just another day. I've just rubbed my eye, which I'm not supposed to do.
No, you're not. Goodbye from Bev.
And it's goodbye from Steve.
Adios.
Adios.
See you all later. Bye for now.
Bye.
It's just another day. Just another day.